Hello everyone and welcome back to some more Let's Play Rimworld Alpha 16. So I spent some time off screen sort of looking at all my characters' needs and health just to see, well, what everyone is being affected by as well as what I can do to improve them. And one thing I've actually done, which is a good thing, is if you'll notice, pretty much every colonist it seems has an extremely comfortable thing, which is that little statistic there. So that's kind of a good thing to know, because that means that it kind of paid off with all these nice beds, because that's helped everyone. It helps with everyone's moods quite a bit, I do believe. And on top of that, I also have some people, well, he's saying this is a nice spacious interior, so that gives him a buff. And there's also, I think, let me find someone. Yeah, Sloth here actually has a +4 from a somewhat impressive rec room, and I think that's just because I moved all the joy objects indoors, which was a good idea, because now everyone really likes this indoor area, and actually that might be somewhat due to these chairs here. That might be causing the extra beauty, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's interesting to note that I've got a lot of buffs just from the small changes I've made so far, so I guess that shows that slightly improving a room can make a pretty big difference here. And oh yeah, one thing I noticed I should probably change this before I forget is, yeah, I've got a bunch of people that have #1 cleaning, which does make everyone more happy with the environment, but it doesn't make our job any easier. Oh yeah, I forgot, I had Vibes as a 1. I think I had him as a 1 cleaner for a while. Okay, yeah, that should work. Ambi, how's your research skill? I suppose I haven't really given Ambi anything to do lately. I should find something for him to research, huh? That'd be a good idea. Oh, yeah, I did get the multi-analyzer. Oh, well, yeah, we didn't build the old multi-analyzer, so we can't really do that yet. Fire foam might actually be useful, especially with all the wildfires we've had. Fire foam could have come in handy in those situations, although I've noticed with fire foam it seems like it's not. At first when I saw that item I thought it might be like a fire extinguisher, but it's literally just something you place, and when it gets destroyed it releases a huge amount of foam everywhere. So it's not like a thing you can actually use to extinguish things. It's kind of just a preventative measure once it's been destroyed. So anyways, other than that, I think one of my plans I'm gonna assign this right now. Well, I've got several plans. I'm going to sort of kick this area back a little, and the reason for that is, if you saw that rec bonus just from this terrible looking room, I'm surprised there's even a bonus, just because, like, you'd think all this stuff here would prevent that bonus from existing, but surprisingly it hasn't. So if I make a really nice rec room that has, like, awesome furniture and other good things in it, that would just cause a very good mood buff. So I'm gonna do that, and the reason I'm doing that is I shouldn't have placed that there in the first place. I should have placed that somewhere like right here. And the reason I'm placing that there is so I can place the multi-analyzer there when I eventually feel like doing that. And yeah, we don't have gold, so can't do that anyways. Alright. Unfortunately though, the one thing, I don't know if I just mentioned this or not, but 5 out of 7 of my colonists, as you see, have some form of disease, which is kind of, I don't know, crazy. And the worst thing is these fibrous Mechanoids, because I don't know why. I think, oh, you know why? Okay, as you can see, Vibes here only has mild pain, so he's not too badly affected by it, but Sloth, I think because of all her wandering breakdowns, she wasn't able to get treatment, so now she's got intense pain. So she's got plus 60% pain, which is why she's had, it's funny because it's like a cyclical thing, because now that's going to cause her to have more breakdowns, but there's really nothing I can do to reduce her pain, I don't think. I mean, I don't know if maybe, I really need to look into this disease more, because the way it used to always be in the recent alphas is it was something that kind of just existed and there wasn't anything you could do about it. You just kind of had to wait enough days in the game for the game to finally get rid of the disease. So I'm not sure if maybe like Rimworld medicine can get rid of it or what, but yeah, I'm curious. Actually, maybe, this probably isn't gonna help, but maybe it's in operations. I can administer, okay, so that's where you have to go if you want to give someone penoxycyllin and they might be immobile. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, I don't think, like I said, at least according to the Wicca I read, Or the Wiki, Wicca, whatever. Wiki, I think it's Wiki. I always call it Wicca, but I think it's Wiki because I think people always say WikiLeaks. But I always called it Wicca. So if you wonder when I say Wicca, I'm saying Wiki, but Wiki sounds weird to me. It doesn't even sound like a word. So I just always say that. But anyways, as I was saying, and I think the reason why I call it Wicca is because there's some sites that are spelled W-I-K-I-A. So I suppose that doesn't really make a difference because it's the first letter that I'm mispronouncing anyways. Whatever the hell. Alright, so we're getting this area mined out. That's good news. We got this done with. Oh yeah, another thing I'm going to do is I noticed Mr. whoever, not James. James is dead. William here, who has this bedroom. If you look here, he's jealous of Crumble's bedroom, and I checked, and his bedroom is actually better. The only problem is, or the only reason why he's doing that, I think, is because he's sharing a bedroom, so I think any other person's bedroom is automatically better than his own. So I'm going to go ahead and reinstall this to over here, I suppose. Yeah, I should have probably changed this a long time ago. I should not have had these people sharing rooms as long as I have been. Alright, so that's there. I guess for now I can at least let Crumble sleep in there, but otherwise I should be going ahead and making more of these, although we don't have wood, I don't think. Unless there's just some... Okay, yeah, we just don't have any wood at all. Okay. Never mind, then. Oh, no. There's the wood. Okay. If I wasn't blind. There we go. I'm just going to make 2 beds there just to give us a little bit of extra room. And I don't have to worry about these not being cooled because... Well, I guess I kind of do. I was going to say it's winter, but it's still pretty damn hot. I suppose it's pretty cold in here, though, all things considered. Yeah, it does seem like this does make a decent difference, because these are a lot cooler than the outside is. Okay, and that eclipse we had that was ruining our energy collection is finally gone, and I think this got built because it was not completed as of the beginning of this episode. Okay, so that's done. Oh, and something else I did that was stupid is when I made this stockpile, I was wondering, I think I was like getting pissed that no one was getting halt here. It's because I didn't allow rot in there. That was the same problem I had with the, what was it? Some other thing. I had the same problem. Oh no, it was the problem I had with the cremator as well, is when I did clear all, I didn't re-enable the rotted corpses thing. So that confused me last episode, or an episode before that, something like that. Alright, so let's go ahead. There we go. Fortunately, now everyone's going to have to haul, but then again, this isn't too far of a distance, so I'm not too worried. Alright, so... Oh, no, not that. Delete. Yeah, let me enclose everything I actually want as well. Yeah, that should be a home zone. That should definitely be a home zone. Oh, yeah, this should also be a home zone considering it's literally part of our home. And otherwise, I'll just fix everything else later on, I think. Okay, so, other than that, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to reinstall these right here. So, we'll still be able to access them in the case of a fire. And I'll just keep building these southernly. I always tend to make, like, later on in the game, I always tend to, like, only have 2 batteries, and then later on in the game I'll have, like, 10. I feel like I should be smarter and incrementally upgrade my batteries. Then again, the reason I typically do that is because it's not until I have component creation researched and actually underway that I really start doing that, so... I don't know. Yeah, I noticed the way I made this, they have to climb over other tables to get where they need to go, which doesn't make much sense. And somehow our cotton plants are dying. I don't know why that is. I suppose we really don't need cotton anyways. Yeah, we've got just a little bit of it, so let's not worry about that. The other thing I did need, though, we've got a sculptor's table, but what we don't have is an electric tailoring bench, although we don't have the steel for it anyways, so it doesn't really help us regardless, or irregardless. Actually, I think irregardless isn't a word. I think I learned that. That was one of those weird moments where I learned something. Like, okay, have any of you ever had these types of moments where you learn something that you believed, like, most of your life, and you're just, like, mind blown because you realized it was different than how you had always believed it? Like, it's something arbitrary, usually. I'm trying to think. Like, usually it happens with word spellings to me, or other things like that. Like, I always said or spelled something. Like, this happened a lot, I think, in, like, my middle school years, as I always pronounced something with a letter that it didn't actually have, and it's just because I used a letter that was close enough. Like, I think a lot of that type of thing happens when we're younger, is we learn a word, and we, like, mishear it just because of a certain letter that sounds close to what is actually being said. So then you pronounce it with that letter forever. But yeah, I don't even know why I went off on that sidetrack, or side note. Okay, we need more steel, though. Well, actually, I don't know why this hasn't been getting done. I think I assigned... Oh, did it get done? Okay, it did get done. It's just that no one's hauled the components. So you, Sloth, please haul components. Fire foam, cool beans. We'll keep going down the line. I guess research, or moisture pump. I could use the moisture pump for, like, this right here, so then we can build a wall that, like, goes, like... Eventually, I want to get rid of all these natural walls that we've got around here, and we have a raid. So anyways, before the game interrupted me so rudely, I want to get rid of all the natural walls eventually, and then basically just make, like, a straight wall that goes here, and then, like, goes there, or something like that. Something of that sort. But, yes, I guess we should focus on this raid, and Mechanoids. Let's see how strong the game thinks we are. Let's see what it throws at us. 2 centipedes and a scyther. That's not too bad, actually. Unfortunately, none of these assholes have inferno cannons, so that's automatically a very good day. Centipedes are typically just annoying, like they just are damage sponges that don't ever die, but they become real big nuisances when they've got inferno cannons. But as far as I can see, we've just got a heavy charge blaster, which can be deadly, but not too much. I think that's just a variant, more or less, of the minigun, but you can't yield it yourself. So these two people are very, very low accuracy. So we shouldn't have too many problems with the centipedes. It's kind of just the scyther I'm worried about, because he's got a lot of range, and we've yet to build exterior walls to prevent him from coming in and slaughtering us. I've got a bit of an idea here, I think. Because the scyther is so quick compared to these guys, I mean, you can already see how far ahead he is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put out one piece of bait. I guess Crumble. I'm sorry, Crumble. I'm sorry to use you as bait, but it's just how it's gotta be. Oh, yeah, you should probably, Are you hauling? I don't know if you've got anything in your hand, or you started getting shot at. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing. Oh, I did. Okay, I drafted you. You almost got close enough, but not quite. Yeah, let's see. Did you even pick any up? I can't even tell. Oh, shit. I think she must have, because I don't see them anymore. I think they're hidden behind a tree now. Okay, whatever. I can worry about that later. I'll spend some time looking for that in the future. So, Crumble, you're the bait. You have to let these guys get close enough and then switch this on. Actually, he's not very good bait, because I want someone who can at least start shooting once they turn this on. So, you're terrible bait. Alright, I'm gonna... Ooh, it looks like he's gonna hug the wall. Are you melee attacking anything? You're attacking a cooler, which... Good thing it seems to be a cooler that's on the inside of the base. Alright, I'm gonna send you to this wall. Okay, he's actually already close enough, so... I'll just start sending you inside anyways. Alright, flick that, flick that, flick that! Oh, I'm so scared. I don't even know why. I think he was so preoccupied in going to a cooler, he... didn't decide to target William. Okay. Now, hopefully, because this is close range enough, I'm hoping the turrets... Okay, that was very good. That was nice and quick and easy. Okay, Crumble, you can stay indoors. Alright, so that was the... I think, to me at least, that was the biggest of the threats. I mean, these guys are definitely threats as well, but... These guys are so big and bulky that I'm not too worried about them. And this is definitely an example of why I need to start getting my exterior wall done, because the fact that I can sort of keep getting flanked on either side is a very bad thing indeed. So, although I've been working on this thing over here, I think my next big job is just at least getting started on some walls. I think I at least need to get the walls good enough so that they're not, I don't know, good enough so that we don't have to worry about people flanking us, I should say. So I think I just need to close off I need to start a wall somewhere around here and then close this area off. I'm not sure where I want to go until. I might just go ahead and connect the wall from here to here. And I'm doing that thing again where I delay a raid, so let's just get ahead. Just go ahead and deal with this. Oh man, okay, these guys are so slow. Alright, we're getting some shots taken. Oh my. Okay, Vibes, I think you're being targeted. Yeah, probably should move. That was my fault. The damn guy shot the emu. Although, for some reason, the emu looks a lot like a goose to me, I just noticed. Damn it, you killed the emu. How rude of you. Okay, we're getting very few shots at him. Although I've noticed, especially with centipedes, it seems like when they get shot by the improvised turrets, it does very, very little damage. And you need to get shots from, you know, things like survival rifles to really start doing damage. You know what? I'm gonna move Crumble as well because I think he's too close to the turret, and how terrible these guys' accuracy is. All I really have to do is make sure he's within line of sight. Okay, he has line of sight now. So until this gets destroyed, which is probably inevitable, we shouldn't have another person getting shot, hopefully. So where'd you get shot? Torso. Not the best place to get shot, but not the worst either, I suppose. As you can see, their accuracy is so terrible. They're gonna destroy these walls, I think, before. Well, he already destroyed that wall, but I think he's gonna destroy the sandbags before he just destroys this turret here. Yeah. Oh, I thought we killed one, but it was just some weird noise that got made. Oh, wait. Who's about to break down? Sloth? Okay, Sloth, go bugger off. I don't need you. Vibes is the other one who's close to breaking down. You know what? You're not doing anything either, so you can bugger off as well. Dep and Ombi are the other people. Okay, Ombi, you're a little useful, but honestly, everyone that doesn't have a ranged weapon is not doing me any good right now. Or a large range weapon, I should say. Now it's really just a waiting game. When the hell will these massive damage sponges actually die? Oh, they're so close. And as you can see, they get, like, their efficiency goes down the more damage they get. So their ability to do almost anything is very low. We're just waiting for them to finally die. Oh my god. Although, like I've said, I think the best weapon against these guys is the sniper rifle, but as you can tell, the best weapon I think we have is a stupid survival rifle right now, or at least the highest damage dealing weapon, I should say. So, this isn't going so well. But it is going well, given the resources we have. And like I said, he's already destroyed the sandbags. He's almost destroyed this one, too. That's pretty funny how these have such high hit points that he's actually hitting the surrounding with a higher accuracy than he's hitting the thing he's aiming at. You know what I mean? Like, there's a greater chance of him hitting, like, this particular tile, I think, than there is him hitting the turret. Okay. There we go. That is the weird thing about the accuracy system is it makes no sense that he missed the turret as much as he did. You know, just with the sheer volume of things he did, like, there seems to be a weird problem with things like miniguns, is that because they're so inaccurate, even though they shoot so many bullets, they actually hit the surroundings, like, they could hit a surrounding tile with a greater deal of accuracy than the object they're aiming at, if that makes sense. And oh, what? Oh, no. No one built a roof. Yeah, there should be roofing there. No one built the damn roof. Oh, no. Let me make sure. Yeah, oh, my. That shouldn't have happened. Sloth. Oh, I think it's just not a expand roof area. Okay, that's why. Oh my god. Yeah, let's get that done. Okay, oh, that's funny. Yeah. I'm like, how the hell did that happen? Okay, that's something that I need to make sure I do. Oh, there's no roofing here either. No wonder. That's not even considered a room, I don't think, because it doesn't have a roof. Yeah. Yeah, for some reason the game isn't automatically adding roofs. I don't think there's anything I can do about that. Yeah, just because I think that this is such a large room, the game isn't willing to automatically, like, designate roofing for some odd reason, so... Oh my. Oh yeah, and, Zombie, you didn't get taken care of, so you should probably get taken care of by someone. And we don't have medicine anyways. Not that it really matters. I would hope that with how minor of an injury this is, I'm really hoping he doesn't die. Oh, I didn't notice that. I think that's something that Tynan added. If you look in the little data stuff, the game actually does tell you, like, how many hit points are affected by that wound and how quickly it heals if you look at it. Yeah, so you can see how quickly the hit points go up or down, I guess. That's a neat feature. I'm glad Tynan added that. That's definitely useful. Okay, so... what was I thinking about doing? I had like 10 different thoughts, I think, of things I wanted to designate. Walling was one of them. Yeah, let's get that started on at least. I think we've got marble, right? Alright, so where do I want to start this wall is, I guess, the big question. It's going to be an exterior wall. Okay, let me see. If I decide to build another one of these, how many tiles is that? 5. So I want to go out to at least the edge of this rock, pretty much. Alright. I'm just going to build this to the water for now, and I'll build around it later on, but for now that's a pretty good location for me. Alright, and then I'll worry about this one later. I think what I'm going to do is, because I don't want to go out of my way to connect all these walls, I don't know, we'll see. Because eventually I'm going to want to even, like, I'm going to make this an entire wall that goes all the way around our base. And the main reason for that is just because I added a cooler there, so I don't want to have to worry about someone bashing that cooler in, because there's a very high likelihood. Actually, I think one of those Mechanoids might have even been prioritizing that, but I'm not sure. And, of course, another solar flare. I swear, there's so many events relating to electricity, which I guess makes sense, because most of the things you use in this game are related to electricity, so I think Tynan just throws a lot of electrically related events, because that's one of the few things, once you start, you know, getting a colony going, that's one of the few things that can really screw your day up, is something like a solar flare. Solar flares especially, because if you get a solar flare, like, if it's later in the game, especially on extreme difficulty, if you get a solar flare, you're just boned. Like, if you just get hit by, like, a huge, like, tribal raid is a good example. That's one of the reasons I really don't like tribals, is that they're one of the few groups that if you get hit by a solar raid, you're just completely boned, because you've got very little chance of combating, you know, several dozen people, you know, because although tribals obviously don't have very good weapons or armor, the one thing they do have is numbers, and when you don't have the firepower and distraction of turrets on your side, you're kind of screwed. Or I guess the other example is using some other gimmicky defense, like making some courtyard sort of kill zone thing, which is basically just a kill box. Like, I think I already mentioned this in a previous episode, how I was reading how someone was bragging that they didn't use any turrets. But really all they did is they used turrets, but they used people as turrets. So they literally just had this type of kill box formation, but instead of having turrets, they had auto doors, and then they just popped in and out depending on who was attacking where. So I think it's just as gimmicky as turrets, it's just a different type of gimmick, more than anything else. Okay, why are people nude, out of curiosity? Okay, I built this. One thing I'm going to do, I want pants, because pants are one of those things where if someone's wearing that's the one thing you have to wear in this environment, or in any environment, I should say, because it'll prevent nudity debuffs. So let's get that done. Get them some clothes. I don't think women are affected if they don't have, even if they don't have a shirt, but I'm not sure about that. Yeah, everyone's just missing pants, so who's my best crafter? Crumble, I think that's you, isn't it? Yeah, Crumble, I'm going to, hopefully I don't forget about this, but I'm going to make you a really high crafter for a while. So hopefully you can get this done pretty quickly. Something else I could do that I think people have yelled at me about before is, I think if you put chairs in front of like crafting areas, I don't even know. I don't know if it works with like stoves. It doesn't really make sense with a stove because they move around so quickly they don't even have a chance to sit, but I think for the research area, having a chair helps your people's whatever you call it, their comfort. That's what it is. I don't think it makes them work any faster. I think it just helps that thing I've pointed out before, the little comfort rating thing. So that does provide some mood buffs at the very least if you add something like that. So I guess we probably should add a chair there for good old ambi. Alright, so this big-ass wall got done. I'm doing this as well, and then I'm going to wrap this all the way around. Got 109. Yeah, I'm going to want to... I'm going to want some more marble, that's for sure. A lot more marble, in fact. We do have a lot of marble nearby, though, so that should help us a little. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to place an auto door right there. And then I'll just not put anything here, because the way we've got the stone cutters moving around, the fact that they have to walk all the way around makes 0 sense. So I'll just do this. And then what I can do is I can completely enclose this area right here in different workbenches. So it'll cost me 1 workbench, but then it'll save me 1, well, it'll save me 1, 2, 3, well, 2. 2 is what it'll save me. That's fine for me, though. Because if I want people to not have to walk over workbenches, I need to make some sort of opening, or I need to add more doors, which is what I am doing. I find it weird how they didn't haul bricks to this one spot here. Seems unusual to me. This is the one area I really want to keep an eye on, just to make sure my idiot colonists don't build themselves inside. Because that's happened to me plenty of times before. I make a completely enclosed area, and then some asshole decides to seal himself up. You know, some guy decides to pull a self-cask of Amontillado, or what the hell, I don't know. I think I pronounced that completely incorrectly. I don't even know what the word is. Is it Amontillado? I don't know. Most people probably don't even get the reference anyways, so I don't really care. Alright, we got moisture pump. There we go. Okay, now we can be nice and moist. That's nice. Or I guess that's the opposite of moist, because we're getting rid of the moistness. Okay. Enough about moistness. Alright, I think that's a pretty good start. Just got a random huge wall in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, I think I'm going to end this episode here. Thank you all for watching. Hope to see you next time. Goodbye and whatnot.